Hey, have you ever just been feeling like you're doing this and you're doing that and you're doing this and you're doing that, but you're really not getting the things done that you really want? Now, if you're an entrepreneur and you're starting this business and that business, or you're a person who is trying to get certain things done, but you're trying to do so many things at the same time, it always feels like you just can't ever just really move the needle, actually really make the progress that you want. Now, if you really understand this feeling, you know exactly how that is. I want you to just understand a simple analogy, and I want to show you why you can just never try to do it all, because it never works. Now, I've been an entrepreneur for a long time, and over 2 decades of my life, I've given to entrepreneurship and doing so many things, running so many companies, managing so many teams. But I've learned that if you do not have a sense of intention and focus, you will not be able to get things done. You will not be able to be productive, and you will not be able to get the results that you want, both in life as well as in business. Now, when you look at this, got just a few things going on here, and I want you to understand is you kind of look at this glass here. I want you to look at this glass as, you know, your effort and your energy and the ability you have to create wealth, the ability you have to invest your time and energy into things that are going to generate the results that you want. Now, when you look at this glass in our life, unfortunately, just kind of the way it is until you can start getting things in a rhythm that allows you to use your money to free up your time, you're going to have to give a lot of your time and energy towards something so that you can create wealth. Now, I want to think, let's put this over here for a minute, and I want to bring over, and let's say that I've got these 3 different ventures that I want to get involved in, right? I've got 3 ventures I want to get involved in. And this is the danger, right? So what happens is if I take this, right, and I'm going to pour some energy into this, right? I'm going to pour some energy into this. I'm going to invest some time into this, right? And this is what begins to happen. I only have so much time. I can't give all of my time and energy. And so it ends up in a situation where you can see not one of these is really maximized, right? This is all I can give to work and the things that I, plan to do to create wealth for my family, wealth for the things that I care about. Now, this is not going to be good enough. Right? It's not going to be good enough. So what happens is I end up being able to get half the success, half the results, 3/4 of the success, sometimes 1/4 of the success, because I'm never able to really give what is needed and what is required to actually cause that thing to go into the level of success that I want. See, business does not care about you. It is not emotional, right? Whatever it takes for your business to go to the next level, that's what it takes. And so it's not going to give you a break because you got something else to do. Business is not going to say, I give you a pass because you got too many things going on. So I'm going to still let you be successful. I'm still going to make you, allow you to make enough revenue to grow your business, allow you to get that contract that you want. That's not how it works. So you have to put the time in necessary to get the success that you want. And if you're not giving it that time, even though you're putting time in, it's not the time needed to get that thing where it needs to be. And that is why so many entrepreneurs, they get excited, they get stuck in ideation, and they go from this product to that product and this product. It doesn't have to be a business. This could be 3 products. I'm trying to do 3 different products. And so I'm spreading myself too thin, right? This is the challenge that we end up in. This is the dilemma. So what happens is when we start to realize that I can take this and say, I'm not going to do this yet, right? And I'm going to fill this up, right? I'm going to get this filled up. And when you get this filled up, right, then now I've got something that's empty and something that's half, but this excess time and energy that I was putting has allowed me to actually fill this up. Now, what happens is when you get something that is working, you get a model that is working, you get something that is successful, something that's generating cash flow, you get something that is at a level of productivity, you get a product that takes off, you get something that is working, right? Well, once that thing is working and you fill it up and you got to the point that it's working, you can actually borrow from those experiences and lessons learned to pour that into other things. Right? And you start to pour that into other things and you cause that thing to win as well, because now you're able to borrow from the success of something you've done. Before, you were pouring in the water of work. Now you can pour in the water of wealth, the wealth of knowledge, the wealth of capital, the wealth of experience, and you begin to pour that into the next thing. And when these things get strong, then you can bring these other things back in. You start being able to pour from both of these into the next one. And what happens is you end up doing it a lot stronger. And because you are maximizing your time better and your wealth, you're also able to sometimes start using the excess energy and time that you're gaining, because we get new supplies of energy that we can invest more capital, more wealth. So as these things are successful, we start putting money and energy and effort back into the glass, because we're getting experience and learning. And we're able to then take that and pour it into something else. So the key is we want to make sure before we stretch ourselves so thin that every glass of water is barely have enough in it to get a drink of success. Before we actually do that, we want to actually fill one of those glasses up. Stick with it. Stay focused. What is it that most entrepreneurs, what is it that stops them from actually really getting to that point where something took off? Is they kept stopping before it took off. They got another idea. They got distracted by another flashing item. They saw something glistening. They always thought the grass was greener on the other side. And they didn't realize it's the same grass over there. So they go through this cycle, right? They go through this cycle of excitement of a new idea, and then they try that idea. And once they try that idea, they see some level of success, and then they start getting deeper into it, and they start realizing the reality of what it takes to really be successful in that thing. And once you get that reality and you realize it's not a cakewalk, it's going to take work, it's going to take effort, it's going to take energy, things start going wrong, then they get another idea and they go and jump on that and leave this half baked and go to the new exciting flashing thing over here that's going to now make me a millionaire. And if they would have stuck with that thing when it got tough and stuck with it, they would have then finally broke through to the other side, where now that challenge has turned into the change that is needed for you to actually get to the success that you really want. And so don't jump out of the situation right before that situation is going to turn into what you need it to be. Make sure that you are dedicated and clear enough on sticking with the thing that has the most potential to generate the wealth as quickly as possible. Choose. So I got 3 options here. Which one am I going to choose? I'm going to choose the one that is has the most opportunity to generate the most wealth with the least amount of strain and effort in the quickest way possible. And if I can distinguish which one will do that, I want to fill that glass up and use the success of that to go after the next one and the next one. So make sure you don't try to boil the ocean. Focus on the thing that will cause you to complete that pathway, that whole direction. Complete it, get it done, finish it. And when you get all the way to the other side and you see the success that comes from it, then you can start to spread out. Now, you don't have to be afraid to stop doing something that's not working. If something's not working and you know that you've changed, what you're good at has changed, the market has changed, nothing wrong with changing, right? But you're changing that focus. You're letting it go and you're going to put your focus something else. What I'm talking about is when you're still trying to do it all and hold it all and keep it all, trying to do it all. And this is why it never works. Have intention, have focus, and when you do, you'll find out in the end what you wanted was right in front of you. You just keep stopping before you get to the greatness of it. I'm Michael E. Parker. Until next time, keep being the CEO of your life. And whatever you do, stay focused and keep your intention.